Hey Flosstube, it's me, and I have not been having the best of luck with this whole recording stuff. Yesterday I recorded on my iPad and it deleted. Well, it didn't delete. It wouldn't let me upload everything or anything. I'm verified on YouTube. I have signed out, signed back in, signed out, signed back in. I did everything I could possibly think of to get that stupid thing to let me upload. It would not. I tried to save it to my iPad and go a different route. Would not. So here we are again. I was going to show you my tub of stuff that, you know, the craziness of eBay that I indulged myself in. But I didn't feel like dragging that back out today, but I wanted to make this video because on Saturday, my friend Annie and I are going to do an edition of Flosstube with my account under Tina Louie Stitches, but we are going to record at her house at our BAB retreat. BAB, if you're following me on Instagram, I've mentioned it. It has been mentioned. It is the Broke-Assed Bitches Retreat. That being said, I have signed up and paid for Stitch Away. Very excited about that. You have no idea. Totally looking forward to going to this retreat in January. We have booked I have booked my ticket, my flight, I have rented a car, and I have paid for the retreat in full. I called Keepsakes yesterday. Pam, Steph, you are right when you say that those people are the nicest people. They are. They're so sweet. Everybody was involved in me paying off my retreat yesterday. I felt so special. It was just so much fun. And I can't wait to meet them in person. I can't wait to meet you and Stephanie in person. I think it'll be so much fun to actually see you in real life. Right? Anyway, so I think I will start with my whips, which I don't have very many. I do have my little whip box here that has all of my projects. My rotation has kind of fallen apart. Thomas is what I'm focusing on. He is not done. After yesterday's, I don't even want to think about it. I'm over it. I think, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know if I'm over it. I'm still a little butthurt about this, but anyway. As far as my whips go, I haven't put a stitch in anything except for Thomas. I have been working on, and because I recorded this video before and my phone just died on me for some weird reason, I've got it all stacked here, and it's not neat because I just went back in and started again. I had to delete some stuff from my phone, let's be honest. You know, I have a cute grandson, and he takes up a lot of space on my phone. So I had to, like, you know, move some stuff around. Because, you know, he's cute. So, the Tiny Christmas Sal, I have been working on every night. I wait for her to go to bed. So she will post the picture before she goes to bed. So, the Tiny Christmas, I am stitching this for my sister-in-law, who has had a rough year. My sister-in-law and my brother, who have had a rough year, and hopefully this will make them smile. And I don't think they watch my Flosstube, but you know, Donna, if by chance you do watch this, then this is coming your way as soon as I finish. It's an Advent calendar, or an Advent stitch along, so we get a day for every day from December 1st to December 24th. And anyway, I have stitched 5 days, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, 4, 5. Excited. And another thing that I'm working on, I have a finish, so I'm going to go ahead and show that to you now because it has to do with a start and a whip. I stitched this. This is Bent Creek Snowbound. I stitched this the weekend before last while doing laundry. I don't like the snow. The snow is 644 DMC, and I have decided to restitch it. So here is my new start. And the snow will be DMC 3865. I think it looks more like snow. So, do not know what Bent Creek was thinking. Maybe on lighter fabric it would have looked, but still, it's gray. It's gray beige snow. I've never seen gray beige snow. Unless it was dirty alongside the road. But, restitching it. This will not go to waste. I will use it somehow in something and gift it to someone. Maybe. I don't know. I am working on the Michael Pals. Yes, I thought I had it upside down again. I am working on the Michael Pals, the fancy outhouse. Okay. I haven't gotten very far. Michelle is done, and I'm jealous and a little sad. And, well, she does have that throwdown she's got to answer, so, you know. Here it is. My start, if you can even see my start. I started at the top right and have gone across. It's the top row. Done. Except for I think there's a couple of dark stitches down this end. Yeah, I've got some spaces in there. There's some dark blue that go there. So I hope to get it done sometime. But Thomas is my focus. I am determined that me and the turkey are going to get done. Now, I left him over there, and yes, I'm recording this again, and I probably should have got up and got him, but I didn't. The date down here, I don't know if I'm going to do the date. I did make the box, but I don't know if I'm going to do the date. I think I'm going to maybe rechart it for 2017. Or I'm going to do my initials. I haven't decided. Suggestions? Anyway. So, he's all done, except for the date or whatever I'm going to put in the box. And his tail feathers. The tail feathers. Oh, I'm getting messages from Facebook right now. Sorry. Okay. It's that pop-up thing. I'm reading them, but I can't respond to her. Anyway, I'll respond to her later. It's fine. Because I'm not doing this again. They're going to have to wait. All right. I'm going to do my first ink circles. Northwoods by Ink Circles. If you guys look, that hunter is aiming for the deer's butt. My friend Annie pointed that out to me. I thought it was hysterical. I bought this before I noticed that. So now I really have to stitch it. I'm going to probably stitch this 3 times. Once for my former boss, who's a good friend of ours. And once for my husband. And once for my son-in-law. Now, my boss, my ex-boss, is getting DMC flosses. My husband and my son-in-law will probably get the Weeks Dye Works flosses. But I love it. I think it's nice. And I didn't choose a mandala for my first ink circles, but I love it. It's my jam. So, Stitchy mail. Let's move on to Stitchy mail this week. Well, let's start with the fun one from Mish Stitch 1 in Australia, I got this lovely card. I'm part of the ATC, the Cross Stitch ATC exchange on Instagram. And Michelle, I know you like it too, but I'm a Star Wars girl, the original Star Wars. I have not watched anything past the third one. Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back. As far as I'm concerned, that's Star Wars. Those three. The rest make no sense to me. I tried watching one movie with my best friend, and nope. But do or do not. There is no try. Look at that donut. It's a Yoda donut. I wonder if Voodoo Donuts can make this. Michelle, you live close enough to Voodoo Donuts. Go see if they can make you one. Please? Anyway, do or do not. There is no try. I love it. The card came with a soft microfiber glass cleaner towel. I always have smudges on my glasses, so yay. I'm going to put this with my sunglasses in my sunglasses case, so I have it, my little Vegemite. And she sent me the cutest tassel keychain that has the map of Australia, or partial map of Australia. And I love these colors. Love these colors. And I also got my remote to stop the video with, so you don't see my giant finger coming at you like I'm going to poke you in the nose, to stop the video. So yay. So that's going to go in my Stitchy box so that when I do Flosstube videos I have it. But thank you, Miss Stitch. I love it. I love everything. She also sent me some ginger spice tea, which I have already tried. And I have 2 more bags, so yay. Okay, Drew. Drew had posted some fabric on Instagram and said first come, first serve, and PayPal, all that good stuff. And I bought it. It is from Crazy Annie Stitchin, 16 count Halloween purple green opal Ada fabric flare, 17 by 19 cut approximate. So this is it. It is an opal. It's got some sparkle to it. I like it. And I believe Drew showed this on one of his Flosstube videos. Drew? Didn't you? Because I remember you showing a fabric that was, one side was colored and the other side was white. This fabric must be painted, is what I have to, my guess is that it is painted and not dyed. Because if you dyed it, you would have dipped it. And even when you paint, I mean, even with you, I don't know. I just think it's weird, kind of funny, but you know, hey, who's going to look at the back, right? It's going to get framed or finished into something. But this will probably be some of my Halloween stitches fabric for my year of, or not my year, I guess my 10 months of Halloween ornaments. Can't wait for that. Drew, I hope you are doing the ornament exchange for that. You mentioned it. So I want in. Count me in. And so I do have my ornaments all picked out to do. I have more than 10. So we'll see how that works out. You know, it's my prerogative to change my mind. I can do 1, I can do 2. 1 month I can do 3, or just do 1, or just do 2. Because, you know, I can. Alright, so close your eyes and turn away, because I'm going to show the Color and Cotton. I don't know if anybody else has. Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month. I got the 18 count. I chose to do Adas, and I chose to do Brights and Primitives. So, I don't know. Or is that the other one? I forget. But anyway, this is the Color and Cotton fabric of the month. It's called Cerise, which is French for cherry, and it is very cherry, and it is not reading very cherry, but it is, and it's kind of modeled. Oh, there's some darkers and some lighters areas, which is not coming off very good. Here's the back. There's some light patches. I love it. Don't know what I'm going to stitch on it, but it is so pretty. It reminds me a little bit of the red woolen mittens. A little bit. So there's that. Okay. Oh, these are my flosses for the Christmas sale. All right. On to some more Michael Powell. I did buy the Christmas cross stitch 20 to stitch. Okay, now I know a lot of you are probably thinking, you're Muslim, why are you doing this? Okay, why did you buy this? Well, and oh, by the way, on that topic that I am Muslim, if you guys have any questions about that, or you know, about anything historical, I'm a historical studies major. If you have any questions, I would be more than happy to answer. I'll try to answer, try to find you an answer if you have questions. But Michelle was showing this on a Flosstube with, oh, the one that she did that was on the end for the M squared portion of her video. Her and Michelle were talking about this, and Michelle, Mitch Stitch and Bendy were talking about this, and she showed the back briefly, and I thought I saw something, and I was like, hey Michelle, when you get a minute, would you take a picture of the back of the Michael Powell Christmas book, because I think there's some things on there that I can use for our holiday, or just winter, or just like, you know, because they're cute. So she did, and I bought it. Now, what I had seen that caught my eye was this. Now, I don't know what you know about Islam, but we cite the moon for our holidays, which means we have to look for Ramadan, the month of Ramadan, we have to look for the beginning crescent moon. And then for the same thing for the Hajj season, we look for Dhul Hijjah, we look for the beginning of the moon for that month. And then we count forward, and we have Eid for Dhul Hijjah, and then at the end of Ramadan there's an Eid celebration. But anyway, I saw this on the back, and I thought, oh my God, that would be perfect. That's a perfect little ornament. But then I've been flipping through it, and I thought I saw this, and instead of Noel, I'll just put Eid. Instead of Happy Christmas, Happy Eid. So there's plenty in here, and there's others that I just thought were adorable, like the chapel, the Christmas chapel at night. I will just stitch it. Where is it? I'll just stitch it without the... I'll just stitch it without the cross on top. I'll just leave the cross off. Why not? It's a beautiful night scene. I think it's gorgeous. And then there's the vase with the stars. That's adorable. So I'll be stitching some of these eventually. One day. Okay, so because I stitched up that Snowbound so quick, I was looking for some more Bent Creeks. And I found Homestead. And the Pumpkin Farm. I thought it was adorable. I think there's a turkey farm. I want that. Anyway. Okay, so I know a lot of you know about this magazine. I finally pulled the trigger. I got the magazine. I've been watching you guys stitch Be Inspired, and I know you guys have seen it. Okay. A million times. With, you know, everybody who's stitching it. Psst. Steph from Just Keep Stitchin', Drew from Weasly Studios, Bendy is stitching it, I believe. The Imperfectly Perfect Stitcher is stitching it. I don't know who else is stitching it. Is Mish stitching this too? I don't recall. Anyway, but Heather, I will be joining you in the new year. So if you are going to stitch this, or you're going to still be stitching this, and you're put it aside, and you're working on your winter and Christmas things right now, in January, I will be starting this. So it will be, the sale will continue on. So anybody else who wants to stitch it, this is the summer 2017 issue of Cross Stitcher. There's some other cute things in here too that I want to do. I love this alphabet with the seahorses. Oh my god, how cute is that? Look at that. It says bathroom. I totally, and if you guys can stitch those alphabets from that brief thing, you're better than me. But anyway, bathroom is done. I want to have a seaside bathroom theme in one of my bathrooms. And I think that would be perfect. Just stitch bathroom with those little seahorses. So cute. So cute. Okay, now on to some eBay craziness. I did get the Barbara Anna Let It Snow. I want to stitch it in this colorway, and I want to stitch it in the conversion that Stone Street Stitchworks did. If you guys aren't following her, you should, at Stone Street Stitchworks on Instagram. I do not believe she has a Flosstube. If she does, hey, somebody let me know so I can watch. I saved some cross stitch basically on eBay. Now, one is a kit that is, it's a kit, a brand new kit, never been stitched. It is a Bent Creek, So Kind, Joy, Love, Patience, and Faith. It all came in this bag. It has this linen, which is really stiff, the flosses, the button, and a needle. Drew, was it you that asked why we get excited about needles being with the kit? I guess it's because we know we can start it. If there's fabric and there's floss and there's a needle, we're good to go, right? I guess that's the reason why. I think that's the reason for me anyway. Anybody else? Okay, then the others are a little sad. Like, okay. These, it's a Heart and Hand March. Her stitching is beautiful. It has the charm, the little 4-leaf clover charm that goes on it. It came with the Weeks Die Works that it was called for, or that she decided to use, and a green, it says Anchor DMC. It's a green DMC, and her stitching thus far. Okay, however, she left the needle in it for a very long time and it rusted. I don't think it can be salvaged, but I can use the pattern and the floss. So it's not a total wash. The other one, now this was 3 items in the lot. So it was the Sew Kindness that's in the zipper bag, the Luck, and Wee Woolly by Heart and Hand. And she included the Anchor floss for the Woolly, the one, it's Anchor number 1. And she has some stitching in it, and there's a rust stain right there. There's some rust stains up here at the top too. But this is a nice piece, and I think I can salvage the bottom portion of it and use it. It's kind of a grayish, bluish, looks like a Lugana. So it shall be used. All right, some projects that some patterns that I also picked up. This was a lot. It had 1, 2, 3, had 5 patterns. They're all shepherd's bush except for one, and it is a linen symphony. And this is the one that I really liked. I just loved all the flowers around. I just loved the border. That's cute too, but this is a linen symphony. Infant's Rhyme, Gentle Promise, Veiled in Time, Master's Riddle. Anyway, that's what it says all around the people. Yes, they're so cute. But I thought it was adorable. There's a little goose. I thought it was very pretty, but that's the main reason. But I also liked this one. This is Shepherd's Bush Summer. There's a little beehive button. These are buttons up here. The stars are stitched, but those are buttons. It says summer. I'm guessing that's supposed to be a beehive. And it looks like there's another button down there, but I'll probably just stitch another bee. There's a guy that looks like Santa planting a flag. This must be Santa's summer wear. And a birdhouse. Pillow Flock by Shepherd's Bush. I don't know. This one may go away as a freebie or something. Well, this one, but I don't know. I kind of like it's a lamb. And I think some of this pattern, nope, that's a big giant button. Okay. Yeah, this one may go away too. And Feed the Birds is why I got this one. So there were 2 patterns of the 5 that I really loved and wanted. So I bid and got them. All right, well, that's about it for this week. I know this is kind of a short video and all, but I wanted to come on. I wanted to come on before Saturday because on Saturday I'm going to my friend Annie's, and I don't know if I told you this already because, you know, I've already done this video twice. This is the second time. So I don't know if I told you this, but last weekend I told Annie about the Stitch Away retreat. Did I mention I'm looking forward to that? Okay. I told Annie about the Stitch Away retreat, and she was like, well, let's do our own retreat. I said, okay, let's do it. It's a retreat for 2 people, me and her, and we're calling it the Broke Ass Bitches Retreat. It's at her house. I went over Saturday and we stitched together, and I'm going over again this Saturday and we're stitching together. Now, we're going to do a Flosstube video. It will be fun, I think. We might do the video on my phone. I don't know. I was thinking maybe we would go live on Instagram. Let me know what you think. Anyway, so we are going to do a video at her house sitting in front of the Christmas tree. She can show you some of her stitching and some of her haul and stash. And you can meet my friend Annie. She is wow, there's a lot of glare on my glasses. She is one of the misfits. There's a group of us. Annie's our ringleader, basically. You can meet the ringleader of craziness. So, Saturday I will be recording from Annie's house, and I'll be putting up another Flosstube video this week, so that'll be 2. This will be a special edition, and you will get to see her puppies. She's got 2. There are Chloe and Minnie. They're Shih Tzus of, what does she call them? Shih Tzus of indeterminate origin. They were both rescues. So, that's it. Look forward to that. And, you know, you don't know what Annie's going to show up in. She may be wearing her Pusheen Kigurumi on Saturday. You just never know. It's a possibility. So, I look forward to chatting with you guys again, and hopefully I will be able to bring out the eBay craziness box. Oh, before I go, I teased you with this and didn't tell you. Let me tell you this really quick. Tina Louise Stitches. Why is my channel called that? Well, Tina Louise is my name, #1. But there's a story behind this name. My father had a huge crush on Ginger from Gilligan's Island. It probably didn't hurt that when I was born with red hair. Yes. And my father named me Tina Louise. My grandmother was very upset. So, my birth certificate says Tina Louise. My baptismal certificate says Christina Louise. And that's just the way it goes. She was a very good Catholic lady, and she was also a stitcher. I don't know that she cross-stitched, but I do know that she embroidered, and she was a very nice lady. I still miss my grandmother. And anyway, so that's the story behind Tina Louise Stitches. In the world at large, I do not go by Tina for the most part. It's my name. It's the name that's on my driver's license. It's the name that's on my credit cards. It's the name that will be on my badge at Stitch Away, if they give badges. I don't know, whatever. But because that's the name that was on the paperwork that I sent in, because that is my legal name. I go by Hanan, and or Hanene. That's my misfit name, Hanene. I have a theme song. Yeah, it's kind of cool having my own theme song. So,